Get in, loser.
Applying for mail-in ballots. Hey everyone, Nathan here. I'm wearing a hat like so many other people to hide all of that mess under there. I just wanted to make a quick video because I just received my mail-in ballot after I filled out the application online. So I'll put a link to how you apply in Pennsylvania for a mail-in ballot. It's just votespa.com/apply mail ballot, I believe, but I'll have a link to it in the post about this video. So I received mine, I opened it up, and I realized that the application process is pretty easy, but once you get this, there are a couple key steps to make sure that your vote actually is counted. So I just wanted to do a quick overview of that, if that's cool with you. So I went through and I marked out some of my private information. Sorry, this was not a planned out video. I just thought, oh, it's a service. Anyways, let's get to it. So when you first get this, you just open it up and you're gonna have 4 different things inside of here. You'll notice you get a little information sheet, which gives you information about overvoting, undervoting, do not overvote. You can undervote if you want. I think the only thing that you could undervote for this time around would be delegates, or you could just skip a race altogether. But you know, somebody's going to win that race anyway, so you might as well vote in it, but that's just my view. So you have this little thing that gives you instructions that are pretty general about voting. I actually don't know if I read this, but yeah, you can read this if you're not too familiar with the voting process, or even if you are, it's a fun little refresher. It also gives you some of the deadline information because that changed around with Act 77. So these are actually due in your voter reg office by 8 p.m. on the day of voting, instead of being due like a week before or 5 days before, whatever it used to be, the Friday preceding. Anyways, so it doesn't matter what it used to be. What matters is that now you don't have to turn it in until the day when we all vote. So in this case, it would be June 2nd, 8 p.m. So apart from that little instruction sheet, which you don't need after you've read it, you can just set that aside. You'll have this, which is a little secrecy envelope. You'll have your ballot, which you have to fill out in order to vote. That's wild, I know. And then you have this, which is what you actually have on the outside of everything in order to mail it out. Now, I already voted. Well, I already filled out my ballot in order to vote. So if you've ever done a Scantron in school, you know how to fill in bubbles. Even if not, it's pretty easy. Just make sure that you don't vote for more than one person in one of the races where you're only allowed to vote for one, because then you won't vote for anybody in that race. So careful there, okay? Unfortunately, though, the one bad thing about paper ballots is it doesn't give you a warning message when you do something wrong, like with the computer ones. So if you do something wrong, you really have to catch it yourself. So just take your time, do it. Don't do it while you're in a rush. There's no reason to. We have, over a month to go until these are due. So, but at the same time, I'm interrupting myself. Sorry, I did not plan this video out well at all. So it's just gonna kind of be rambling. But if you know me, you know that's how I do. So you do have a lot of time before you have to get this done. You don't even technically have to apply until, what is it, May 26th, I believe, in order to get one of these. But why not do it now? That's kind of my thinking on it. So I filled out my ballot. I already wrote in all the people. Obviously, I voted for Tulsi Gabbard. Just kidding. Sorry. I don't mean to joke about people's choices. Yeah. Last time we're gonna do that. So yeah. Suffice to say, I did not vote for her, but more power to you. So we have this little one, like it's a child, which contains the ballot, right? So we put the ballot inside there, boom, boom, boom. Oop. This is easier than I'm making it look, I swear. Although sometimes the folds on these ballots are a little iffy. Also, while I'm doing this process, which is, a lot harder than you might think, apparently, I'm just gonna tell you that if anybody talks about the security of using these ballots, just just try to assuage their fears. Tell them that it's going to be a-okay. I actually have to refold this because the way that my line went, it was a little bit off balance. I don't know what off balance means in the context of mailing envelopes, but my seam was just off to where it was shifted just so. And these envelopes are the perfect size for when these ballots are folded perfectly right. So if they're folded off at all, then it will not work. I know that you're probably not supposed to do this right now, but there we go. I'm licking my envelopes. Sorry about it. All right. Yay, we did it. Okay, that's the security envelope. Obviously, I can't mail this. You get one of these included inside the big envelope. Don't try to mail this. You know, if your name's in the top left, then you know that it's the right one, because that's where the person who's sending it goes. And this is what you're sending. I might be over-explaining right now, but honestly, I know that mail is kind of a bygone art and practice for some people, so I just want to make sure that people know how to mail things. No judgment. So you put this guy inside of this guy because we're accepting, and you can put envelopes inside of envelopes. It is 2020. Stop living in the past. All right.
It's equality.
Seal this guy up. All right, cool. Alrighty, that's nice and closed up. And then there's a little form on here, which I did not fill out yet. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll just kind of skip ahead once I'm finished. All right. Signing my name, the date. What is the date today? All right. 04-23-2020. Print my name. That's my name. Nathan Lund. My address. South 15th Street. And that's going to be Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. 17104. All right. So once you have this part filled out, this little part here is conveniently marked to say for county election use only. So you don't have to worry about that, and you also don't have to worry about the part on the bottom unless it applies to you, and that's for people who have illnesses or physical disabilities that keep them from signing the declaration without assistance. So I'm not actually sure how that's supposed to work exactly. I think that it's just because maybe the mark won't be legible or something like that. So that's why it asked for a witness information instead of asking for the voter's information. I'm not an election specialist. I just know how I'm going to mail mine in. So I'm all done here except for the fact that I have to put a stamp on it. So I was very prepared to make this video, as I've already mentioned. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab a stamp. Why waste the opportunity? While I'm running upstairs to grab postage stamps, future me is going to tell you about something else that's pretty important. Well, voting for somebody is really important and a great way to get somebody into office. An even better way to do it, or an additional way to help that person get into office, is to encourage other people who would support them to vote. You can do that by encouraging people to vote by mail, like I'm hopefully doing right now, or you could reach out to your local committee party office and just ask them what opportunities they have, because even in this weird time, people are still calling on the phone, sending out emails, doing things like that. So it probably didn't take me longer than this to go upstairs and grab postage stamps. Back to me. All right, so here's my roll of stamps. Grab this guy out. Place stamp here, how convenient. Normally I'm way more anal retentive about placing these things, but yeah, right now this'll do. And there we go. Now I just leave this for my mail carrier, and once they receive it in my election office, I will have voted. So that's a good time. If you want to check on the status of it, I'll put another link in the little post about this video. There is a way to do it. I don't know the website for that one off the top of my head. But again, this is a really easy process. I applied for this ballot, I think a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I received it yesterday. So I filled it out, and now it's going out the next day. I would highly suggest that you send it out pretty soon after you receive it, just because it's easy to get something like this and feel like you've already accomplished what you needed to with it. But if you do it right away, then you sidestep the risk of just forgetting to vote. And that's what we want. We want you to sidestep that risk. To sidestep that risk. Make sure you vote. And again, don't overvote. Cool. If you have any other questions, just put them in the comments. And even if I don't know the answer, I do know people who know answers to questions, so I can direct you that way. Thanks a lot for watching this. I hope it was helpful to anybody who needed help on it. Yeah, cool. I'll see you later. Bye. This is a list. And now I'm gonna do a peace sign.